Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to another Foot Manager 28 simulation video. Today's video is going to focus on the Scottish League. So we're going to take a really detailed look at the Ladbrokes Premier League, and then we're going to take a look then at the first, second and third division. So first and foremost, let's take a look and see who won the Ladbrokes Premier Division. So no real surprise here, but Celtic were crowned champions by a mere 26 points. So wasn't really any doubt about that. Second place went to Aberdeen with 70 points, second place, and then Rangers finished in third, followed by Partick Thistle, St Johnstone, Dundee, Kilmarnock, Hearts, Motherwell, Hamilton, and Hibernian were relegated alongside Ross County. So let's take a look at the title-winning team, that is Celtic. So obviously they'll led the season by Moussa Dembele, 36 starts, 19 goals. Obviously this is a player that I've actually quietly earmarked as a player that you should sign in Foot Manager 2018. I had him in Foot Manager 2017 with Southampton and that save, and he was unfreaking believable. Definitely a very talented player as well. Still young as well, 21 years old. Could definitely grow, develop into a really nice piece and really nice player for you and your team. Patrick Roberts did very well for them. 15 goals, 17 assists. He's on loan from Man City for the season, and he really shone in the Scottish Premier League. Scott Sinclair got himself 14 goals, 7 assists. Lee Griffiths got himself 11 goals in 18 starts. That's a really good return for Lee. And the Scottish International obviously did well for him this season. Tom Rogic got 8 goals in 8 assists. Who else is on here of any interest? Scott Brown, just out of interest. 4 goals, 10 assists for the experienced centre midfielder. Obviously a very, very important part of their team. So let's go back to the Premiership real quick and take a look at some of the major transfers going in and out of the league. Obviously not a lot of money spent. David Simon was the most expensive player coming into the league at a mere £975,000. He signed from Las Palmas to Rangers. The Spanish right back looks like a pretty solid player. Nothing spectacular, however. Other transfers: Paul McMullen went from Dundee to Hibernian for £250,000. Again, minuscule by relative context. This got LC winger there, did okay. Peter Grant, and then just a few other minor signings here and there. So not much interest in going on there. Let's take at the management movements real quick. Ross County went through a bit of a managerial merry-go-round there. Jim McIntyre was removed as manager. John Henry then came in. He was then replaced by... who was it? See, this is kind of confusing how I've kind of set it up here. Most recently, well, whatever the case, Maurice Malpas has taken over, and he's still manager of Ross County despite relegation. Hibernian Neil Lennon was manager of Hibernian, and then Malky Mackay is currently the current manager, who just got relegated, so I don't know if he'll be able to keep his job. We'll have to see there. Ian Caffro was replaced by Craig Levine back at Hearts. Rangers, Stefano Colatiano as well, replaced by Helder Batista, and then Tommy Wright eventually got the full-time job with Rangers, and they finished in a very respectable third position. No doubt pretty disappointing though for the Rangers fans. So let's take a look at some of the season stats real quick overview here. Let's go with the team there. Oh, nope, I want player overview. That's what I want. So let's go to goals of the season. Obviously Dembele got himself 15 goals in the league. He was equal actually with Soleimani Kabali, the St Johnstone striker, chipped in with a very respectable 15 goals in the table. And then Alexander Suderlund, the 30-year-old Norwegian striker, got himself 15 goals as well. Pretty good return for him. Then Chris Doolan, Patrick Roberts, Simon Murray all finished in fourth respectively with 12 goals. And then I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, but the Lithuanian striker from Hibernian got himself 10 goals, and then Scott Sinclair got himself 10 goals as well. So that pretty wraps everything up in a nice little bow. Assist-wise, just if you're interested, I'm going to put it onto the screen, but I'm not going to talk about individual players. One player to keep an eye on though, Carlos Pina. He got himself 10 assists this season. Didn't actually do that well for them. 6.86. He's one of the better players in the Scottish Premier League, and he didn't really perform up to my expectations. So that was a pretty interesting conclusion there. So yeah, that pretty much has it for as far as the Premiership goes. So without further ado, we'll jump down one more division. And we'll take a look and see, obviously, Hibernian relegated in the promotion playoff, and they were beaten by Dundee United, who will be playing in the Premiership next season. Let's take a look who else got promoted. Queen of the South got promoted as champions with 63 points, goal difference of plus 22, so very good season for them. Morton finished in second place. Dundee then finished in third, but obviously were promoted via those playoffs. So Brecon were relegated by quite some distance. Only won 3 games all season. Yeah, relegation was never really in doubt for this side. So, take a look at the season preview real quick. I don't know too much about this division, if I'm not going to lie to you. Dundee were favourites to go up, and they do achieve that, if only through the playoffs. Brecon were favourites to go down, so no real surprise there. But obviously, I guess the kind of the big surprise, Queen of the South winning the league. I mean, they were 30 to 1 to win the league, and they went on to do it. So congratulations to Queen of the South for playing the Premiership next season. Let's take a look at the player stats, just in case you are interested. Top goal scorer in the league was a James Keatins. As soon as it works, will it click on it? It won't even click on it for me. That's a little bit disappointing. Well, why won't it load? But anyway, James Keatins was top goal scorer. The Dundee United striker chipped in with 14 goals in the league, 17 goals overall for the season. Actually, looks a pretty solid player. He could do a good job for someone in the Premiership. So, moving on, let's go to League One, shall we, and see what happened there. All right, talking about League One now. Ayr were champions of League One, 93 points. They only lost 1 game all season. Obviously, they're a team that performed very, very well after getting relegated last season from the Championship. Relegated were Airdrie and Albion Rovers, respectively. Let's take a look at the player stats real quick, just in case you are interested. It won't click on top goal scorer for some reason. That's kind of annoying to me. Transfers, don't have to go over that. Not much money in this league. And, yep, so Albion Rovers, Airdrie relegated. Let's go to League 2. And League 2... So the league table real quick. Stirling and Montrose were promoted respectively. 70 points for Stirling, 61 for Montrose, and then Edinburgh at the top of the table with 31 points. So that pretty much wraps everything up in a nice little bow there. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for the Scottish leagues, to be honest with you. Let me know if you have any questions about the Scottish leagues in the simulation. Obviously, it's not as much detail as maybe I would like to do in the future. Let me know in the comments below if you want to add any kind of detail to the simulation videos that I'm doing. Obviously, the videos I've done so far are the Premier League, the English Football League. Then, obviously, I've just done Scotland. And then tomorrow's video will be on some major European nations. But if you have any feedback on what information that I should relay to you, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.